So in this video we're going to show you how to replace the gaskets and the valve plate assembly rebuild on the SGS SC90B and SC150B air compressor. Okay, so now we've removed the assembly, removed the top cover. I've already cleaned off any old gasket using the gasket scraper and some Scotch-Brite. Those are the new gaskets that we're going to be fitting. The valve plate assembly, which we're going to take apart and we'll show you how to put back together, as there's a specific way that it all fits together, otherwise it won't work correctly. So using a flat pick in between the valve plates, and in between here there's a copper gasket and some valves. This one, I think the gasket is in pretty good condition, to be fair. Prise it apart. There you go. Yep, that gasket's in pretty good condition, so we can reuse that one. These are your valves. 4 valves in total. 2 valve plates. If you get them both this way up, just put a spot of grease on the areas where the valves will sit. Just hold the valves in place. Don't worry about this because the heat will burn that grease away when it's building pressure. Drop the valves on. Like that. Push them down so they're sticking to the grease. Copper gasket. You've got these pins in the corners. Make sure that your gasket goes over, so you'd have one in that corner, one in that corner, and then we'll put the valve plate assemblies so you've got valves on the opposite sides to each other. If you don't put them this way, it will not build pressure. So carefully put those down, sandwiching everything in between, push them together nice and tight. What I like to do is clamp them in a vise with some rubber jaws, just to make sure it's well sandwiched. So when you're holding it up, you can't see through any of these holes. If you fitted it incorrectly, you'll be able to see straight through. Now the way when you put this onto the compressor, the 2 slots need to go at the air filter side, not the other way around. If you do it this way around, instead of sucking air through the air filter, it will blow through the air filter. So we need to make sure that the double slots are on the air filter side. Okay, now we'll fit the gaskets and the valve plate assembly back together. First gasket on, line it up with the holes. Valve plate assembly, again, ensure that the double holes there, double slots, are on this side, opposite the copper pipe. That's for the air filter. Drop that into place. Then you have your next gasket, sits on the top of there. And then your cover sits on the top. At this point you will put your 6 bolts in loosely before you tighten it all down. Tighten up your copper pipe, then crank these all up opposites to each other. Air filter on, start it up. If you put your hand over, you'll feel it suck. If you put it together wrong, it'll be blowing your hand away. Hope this helps.